Hey everybody, so obviously from the title of this video, it's going to be about Battlefield, and you know that I have what I think to be the greatest, most amazing idea for the next, or maybe next, or maybe next Battlefield game. And the idea, right, is a Battlefield set in the Command & Conquer universe, or one of the three Command & Conquer universes. Now, both EA owns both Battlefield and Command & Conquer. There is no reason this cannot happen. We are getting the Command and Conquer remasters, so I figured this would be amazing. So, which universe should we set it in? Personally, I think the best one to do is the Tiberium universe. Tiberium universe covers 4 games, so it has the most amount of lore. 2, I think it'd be the easiest. So, if you don't know the 3 universes, there's Tiberium, Red Alert, and Generals. Now, the reason I wouldn't pick the other 2, so for Generals is kind of boring in terms of lore and story-wise. It's just modern day stuff. It's kind of like it's not craziness. It's just regular stuff. Yeah, there's some the DLC for Generals added some weird stuff, but overall, Generals is kind of just any modern game. Now, the reason I wouldn't pick the Red Alert universe, is because of how convoluted the Red Alert story is. Now, alright, so I am going to try and explain how the Red Alert universe works, or its entire storyline, very summarized, right? As fast as I can in order to fit in this video to explain why I wouldn't put it in a first-person shooter in it, and why I think Tiberium works better. So, let's start off. Red Alert 1, Einstein invents a time machine, goes back and kills Hitler in the 1920s. This then allows the Soviets to become super powerful. The Allies manage to defeat the Soviets, and then they install a puppet government. This puppet government eventually gets super powerful and then attacks the Allies, trying to do what the first one didn't. They do this through the help of Yuri. Yuri is a mind control guy. He can control people. So then, the Allies and Einstein managed to beat them through the use of chrono technology, which is basically time travel technology, and there's some pretty crazy stuff. So then Yuri manages to get his own psychic dominators, which he plans to rule the world. They then manage to combine forces of what's left of the Soviets and the Allies manage to defeat Yuri. However, Yuri is not important anymore. So, because even though the Soviets are losing, and they've lost, Red Alert, this now begins Red Alert 3, where the Soviets managed to invent their own time machine, alright? They go back and kill Einstein. Now, killing Einstein, and so now both Hitler and Einstein are dead in this universe, creating some crazy mumbo-jumbo. And so yes, now, you would think, oh, well, the Soviets are winning now, except now there's a new threat. So when you go back and kill Hitler, and then when you go back and kill Einstein because you killed Hitler, George Takei becomes the Emperor of Japan. I'm not joking. Red Alert 3 is a fun mess. And then he manages, he has a giant empire, which he makes anime real, and has crazy machines and stuff, and that's the Red Alert 3 universe, or the Red Alert universe, where it's so messed up, and it's crazy, and it's my favorite, but I think the Tiberium universe would make a much better in terms of first-person shooter, because there's actually 2 first-person shooters already in the Tiberium universe. There's Command & Conquer Renegade, which was made back in the early 2000s. It's a very good game. Then there is the EA-approved fan-made game, Command & Conquer Renegade X. It's a remake slash... kind of a remaster slash remake, completely done by fans that EA approved of, and as long as they make no money off of it, and it's really good, but it's not AAA quality. I used to play it a lot. It's fun, but it's not amazing. So yeah, the Tiberium universe I think would make a much better in terms of gameplay, in terms of lore, in terms of cosmetics. I know DICE and EA love to do cosmetics now, because they can't really do loot boxes as much. So yeah, like you could do tons of cosmetics, like they want to put cyborg women that they want to do in Battlefield 5 already exists within Command and Conquer. There's tons of concept art they can go through, tons of stuff they can add, tons of weapons. Now, for the people that wanted modern, the Command and Conquer, depending on where they want to put the game in terms of the Tiberium universe, you're going to get modern weapons because the original Command and Conquer is in the Tiberium universe, and it uses mostly modern weapons. Like, you'll see guys with like M16s and stuff like that. It's not till you get to Tiberium Sun that you really start seeing like the crazy advanced stuff. You're like, yeah, there's some advanced stuff in the original, but Tiberium Sun's very far apart between the original Command and Conquer and Tiberium Sun. And then Tiberium Wars is even further. So yeah, and I don't know, I just think it'd be an amazing idea to have a Battlefield game set in the Tiberium universe. You could do so much cosmetics, so many different weapons. Like I said, you can mix, modern weapons. Like, you could be using like M16s, AKs, ACRs, stuff like that, and the guy next to you has like this crazy futuristic Tiberium weapon and stuff. Like in the vehicles would be you could do crazy stuff with the vehicles. You have multiple different types of tanks. You have walkers, crazy aircraft. Just in the maps would look really cool. Like seeing a Tiberium ruined landscape. If you don't know what Tiberium is, it's like a space crystal that comes and basically terraforms the landscape, turning it into an alien world, basically. Yeah. And so, for the timeline, where would I put it? I would put it somewhere between Command and Conquer and Tiberium Sun, because if you put it any later, you're gonna have to deal with the Skrin, and the Skrin are aliens, and they're not gonna work on a first-person shooter because they don't have hands, so they can't use guns. So yeah, tell me what you think. You think a Command and Conquer Battlefield Tiberium, I think would be the best title, would be amazing. I think that would be simply amazing. I would buy that. So yeah,